Okay, so somebody asked me to make a build, so here I am. This is Lightning Storm and Landslide, Nature's Fury Druid. The main abilities of this build, actually the main ability is probably Trample. It does the most damage. With its legendary, it hits a massive AoE with your landslides. The Trample itself doesn't even really do that much damage. It's all about the landslides. You have Lightning Storm, which triggers Landslide, and Landslide which triggers Lightning Storm. Since the benefit of using two core skills is that all you really need to do is boost your core damage, and that boosts all of your damage. Even your trample uses landslide, so it's still core damage. Everything is core damage. Your storm strike, pretty much necessary. You can either go with earth spike or storm strike. It doesn't really matter. Maybe even wind shear, but I like to use storm strike. It's probably the best. This right here is completely flexible. You could probably take these points and put them wherever you want, but you know, it's just crit strike chance against close enemies. It's not that useful. The defensives, I leave them at 1 point. I think the points are best spent elsewhere. It's good enough as it is. You don't even need any of the extra things here. They're just not that good. In fact, Cyclone armor itself is flexible. You could even go Blood Howl, and you could take points from here and get attack speed and cooldown reduction with Blood Howl. Especially with an alternate build, which I'll tell you about later. These trample, obviously very important, and this right here is flexible. I like to get the fortify one, and you also have fortify here. This one it's almost too much sometimes. You cap out with safeguard here. When you hit a whole AoE with the trample, with the landslide, and they're all critting, you pretty much max out on fortify immediately. So this one's almost not necessary. I take it better safe than sorry. I'd rather have maxed out fortify all the time. These here, this one immobilizes everything. You have a lot of lightning damage going out. You have lightning storm. You have the lightning storm legendary which shoots out 3 shock bolts on every mob you hit. You also have lightning from here, which all damage you're due. I think even from the landslides that the trample triggers. I think each of those has a lucky hit chance, and that has a chance to send out lightning bolts. So it's very useful. And this applies vulnerable on everything you hit with storm skills, which I think that counts for even the 3 shock bolts that are sent out with lightning storm with the legendary. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it. There's a lot of questions like that where I haven't tested it. That I'm not sure if the synergy works, but I'm hoping it does. These right here are all really good for this build. It's earth and lightning synergy. Can't really go wrong. It gives you a lot of healing, and these 3 are all damage. Is there anything I missed? That's pretty much it. Nature's Fury, obviously, the main point of the build. Items. My item stats, don't even worry about them. They're not optimized. I haven't even really, I don't even have particularly good ones. I'm trying to focus on crit chance, lucky hit chance, attack speed, anything to proc my Nature's Fury and all that stuff more. my main offensive legendaries. This is the big damage. Basically, you just want a weapon with the highest item power possible and imprint this thing on there to give you the most possible damage. Since all of your damage is core, it's 76% more to all your damage basically. Trample now summons all your landslide pillars. Gotta have that. Lightning Storm, Critical Strikes, spawns 3 Dancing Bolts. This one is probably the most flexible legendary I have out of my offensive ones. It could easily be swapped out for something. I really like it. The 3 bolts trigger a lot of the synergies. And I've tried a lot of the other ones, and this one seems to be the best. This is your second best damage legendary. I like to put it on my amulet because the amulet boosts it by 50%. All of your earth spells are 65% more crit damage, and your storm skills have 17% more crit chance. So very good, pretty much necessary. And then all your landslide pillars hit twice. This is pretty much required. Defensive ones. This one is pretty flexible. It's not up all the time at full stacks, so it's not like crazy useful, but I like it. Cyclone armor. Again, Cyclone itself is flexible, so this could be swapped out as well. This one is a really good defensive. Makes your bulwark 6 seconds. And this one is pretty much required. All of your non-ultimate cooldowns, which we don't use in ultimate, are lowered whenever we trigger Nature's Fury. So this gives us back our trample faster, this gives us back our defenses faster, and it's extremely useful. So the boons, 10% damage reduction. I think that's pretty much the best one. Yeah. You could go crit damage here, but I prefer to proc more things, so I like crit chance and attack speed. Attack speed just makes the build flow better. Energize gives you more spirit. I can't tell you, I don't really watch my spirit, so I can't tell you if this is proccing a lot or not, but spirit is kind of an issue on this build, so you might as well take it. And I'm trying to stack lucky hit as much as possible. Overload is probably the best one here, but it's like you don't really have many good choices here. This one could be useful if we go for the alternate build, which I'll tell you about afterwards. Let's see. Paragon. So the only thing that's really kind of required for the build is getting Ancestral Guidance for your second board, and go for this first possible thing because it gives you +2 spirit on kill here, +1, and +1, and that really makes the build flow a lot better. Giving you a lot more spirit. The first 2 glyphs I don't really have more than 2 boards planned out, so I have ideas, but I'll have to update my build later. Exploit is what I use here. Gives you a vulnerability when you attack and more vulnerability damage. This one I haven't even got to it yet, but I plan on using either human, Earth and Sky could work too, but I think human or werewolf if I go my alternate build. Both of those are very powerful. They give you 10% damage reduction, and damage reduction is, I'm kind of noticing that's becoming the barrier to higher level content, so better to stack damage reduction. And this is pretty good, like just a little bit more damage. And here, things like this, see core skill damage, core skill damage, core skill damage. This just boosts all of your damage, so it's very good. Okay. So, alternate build. Let me see if I can pull it up. So, an alternate build, which I plan to do once I actually get the uniques for it, which I don't have yet. I don't have either one. But if I happen to get Tempest Roar, this will make all of your storm skills now werewolf skills. And it also helps your storm skills give you more spirit, which is kind of the thing that this build lacks a little bit. So that just helps us even more. And temerity. So when we heal above 100% life, it goes into a barrier. So what you could do is take these two off. The cyclone armor and the one that stacks with armor. You could take cyclone armor off, put bloodhound here, take 2 points off of crit strike chance against close enemies, and put it here for attack speed and reduce cooldown reduction. And then you could go over, well, first we'll mark these, Tempest Roar and Temerity. And then we can get Masochist instead of Overload, which is fairly useless. Which gives us a crit strike chance with our shape-shifting skills. Will heal us for 3%, which I believe everything we do with Tempest Roar will be shape-shifting skill. Our Trample is shape-shifting skill. This will be shape-shifting skill. Landslide still won't be, but I rarely ever actually self-cast that. It's mostly just cast off of Trample and just cast off of Lightning Storm with Nature's Fury procs. So that's going to be a lot of HP. Then for the third board, you could plan to go, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. You could go the werewolf board, the Lust for Carnage, and get critical strikes with werewolf skills restore 2 spirit. So this should give us all the spirit we ever need, and we'll never have to worry about it again. So then we have a lot of defense. You know, that whenever we're critting, we're getting 3% max HP. We're getting max HP from here. We're getting max HP from here. And all of that because of Temerity is going into a barrier, which lasts for 8 seconds for 80% of our max health. So that's really good. All the defense we need, all the spirit we need. Yeah, that's my alternate build plan. Once I'm gonna try it. I don't know if it works yet. Haven't tested it. So one tip I just want to let you know is with trample. I don't know if everybody knows this, but the farther your mouse is, the further trample will go. So with this build, I mean, you could just carpet bomb a huge area just by pointing it at the edge of the screen, trying to like line up your movement, and you can hit a huge amount of guys. Also, Lightning Storm. I haven't tested this, but it seems like if you just hold down Lightning Storm, it doesn't count as nature's. It only counts on Nature's Fury proc for the first second you cast it. I need to test this some more because I'm not sure. But I was watching my own video, and it seems like Lightning Storm only procs Nature's Fury every time you just right-click the button. So you might want to right-click, move, right-click, move, right-click, move, or just just constantly be spamming the button instead of holding it down. It's kind of annoying. I hope it doesn't work that way, but it seems to be working that way. They should probably fix that because I feel like each strike should be a cast. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.